Grums tweeted out this update in regards to Drew Harrison, saying the Ghost of Yotei dev who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death has been fired. And they took a screenshot of their blue sky, and you can see they provided an update. Now, this has not been officially confirmed. As of this recording, Sucker Punch Productions has not made a statement regarding Drew Harrison's employment. Most of the companies that have fired somebody that has mocked or celebrated Charlie Kirk's death have come out and made a statement. So do not let Sucker Punch get off easy on this, guys. Keep bothering them, keep messaging them, keep emailing them until they make a statement, embarrass this company for having somebody as vile as Drew Harrison on their payroll for a decade. Anyways, here's the update. They said, if standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger. So not only did they double down on laughing about Charlie Kirk the other day with their Super Mario Brothers jokes, which we'll look at those, but now they're literally quadrupling down on it. And they lost their job in the process. Congrats. Congrats, Drew. You blew it. And he continued, Grums continued with this great thread down here showing a response where somebody asked, did you really get fired? If so, please post a GFM. I'll pay the money for the game directly to you instead of buying it. So I guess a GoFundMe. And Drew said, I don't need any money. Ghost of Yotei is an amazing game made by 200 people I love dearly. Donate to families in Gaza, the Trevor Project, or ACLU. Of course. See, Grums said she updated her tenure to 9 years, 1 month, September 2025, on experience as the senior staff character artist. Again, this is not confirmed. We don't know if they're actually fired or not. Sucker Punch has not made a statement. But let's go ahead and take a look because they're getting cooked in the replies. You can see Camelot says, I'm standing up to fascism by posting on social media that I'm happy someone was brutally murdered. Such a brave hero. And that's the fact. These guys don't know what real activism is. They cosplay as activists online. It's so much easier to do activism with your keyboard when it comes to going on the front lines, when it comes to actually protesting and standing in solidarity with people that are actually protesting real injustice in the world. They don't do it. It's much easier for them to sit at their desk and cry about Trump, cry about Charlie, cry about Grums, cry about Smash AT, cry about Elon Musk, whoever, right? So much easier for them to do that. And it seems like Drew is another one of those individuals. Jeremy Prime, shoutouts to D-Day Cobra, says, don't care. Stop hiring these freaks to begin with. There's absolutely no good reason to hire someone like that to begin with. Smash JT says, game rep tanked. Too late to save face. Seemingly the entire studio has been compromised. This is a disaster in the making. 110% right. Kaida, shoutouts to them. Those weirdos shouldn't be in the industry to begin with. I mean, getting cooked, master the TDS. Glad to see something was finally done. Still, I won't be putting money toward the game. Others can support it if they choose, but for me, the bigger issue is the culture that allowed this in the first place. And that's hitting the nail on the head right there, guys. The culture that allowed this in the first place. The fact that the gaming industry is infected with weirdos like Drew that say such disgusting, evil, vile things, and now consequence culture is catching up to cancel culture, guys. They're fucking around and they're finding out very easily that consequence culture reigns supreme over cancel culture, and you can't escape your consequence, Drew. Here's a brief recap of the things that caused the online community to be very upset at Sucker Punch for having this person on their payroll. And it starts with the bottom message right here saying, I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro has got his back. That's obviously supporting people getting shot in cold blood, which is what these progressives, you know, the tolerant left, they believe that. They literally believe that it's fine to shoot people and kill them, whether they have families, whether they have children, in cold blood because they don't match up with your ideologies. They firmly believe that. It's mental illness, guys. Harrison doubled down, guys. Mocked people who were upset and even made Mario and Luigi jokes about the shooting. Others in the industry, from Bungie, MTG, other Sony studios, they were caught liking and sharing the same post. This isn't just about one person here, guys. It shows how widespread this mindset has become, and it's disgusting. Thankfully, Sucker Punch has apparently already taken action. Reports are saying that Harrison has been fired, but the fact that this even happened at all should raise questions about who's shaping the culture of gaming right now. And you know what? Sucker Punch still hasn't even come out and made a statement themselves. They haven't even tweeted in the last 2 days. So who knows if this is true or not, but do not let up on Sucker Punch. Call them out, keep messaging them, reply to them in tweets, let them know that you're not happy. And then I guess it got too hot for them that they said, maybe instead of emailing people's employers, y'all should be emailing your reps and demand gun control immediately. So zero accountability, typical on brand for an individual like this, which I showed their LinkedIn. I showed some websites that proved that the identity of this person is a very deranged woman, probably a man-hater at that. They're all literally the same. We see one woke mind virus woman. They're all the same. They're all vile. They're all evil. They essentially are just some of the worst people on the planet. We talked about this yesterday. Drew Harrison, who was a senior look dev and texture artist at Sucker Punch Productions, openly mocked and celebrated Charlie Kirk's death on social media. This is the studio behind the upcoming sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei. And this isn't just some random person on social media. This is an actual high-ranking developer of Sony's flagship studio. Like one of the flagship studios. Sucker Punch is not a slouch. Someone who represents a company that has millions of gamers buying their products and their games. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is just one dev's opinion, but no, it's much bigger than that, guys. When a senior developer publicly cheers on political violence, it reflects on the studio's reputation. It creates a toxic culture where celebrating death is normalized, and it exposes a growing problem: politics and gaming that bleed into real world hostility. That's the main thing right here. Imagine if this was reversed, guys. Let's say a developer at a different studio openly celebrated a left-wing activist's assassination. That would dominate national headlines. The outrage would be instant. The double standard is absolutely glaring here, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at my banger tweet yesterday that reached over like 1,000 likes. This is Drew Harrison, senior look dev and texture artist at Sucker Punch Productions. Currently working on Ghost of Yotei. She publicly mocked Charlie Kirk's assassination, even making a tasteless Mario and Luigi joke, then doubled down mocking anyone upset about it. If you needed another reason to steer clear of this game, here it is. And it got banger reception. I even posted screenshots of their LinkedIn, screenshots from a website that a whole bunch of journalists put their public information and their social media profiles on. This ain't looking good, but you can see 2.1k likes on my tweet. And then I made a banger video about it if you guys haven't gone and take a look at it. And I don't use Blue Sky. I like to call it Pedo Sky. I don't use it. There's a couple of accounts imitating me, but if you look at their profile, apparently they're getting bombarded with calls at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're basically getting the worst of it again on X. And again, you can see their post saying that they got fired. There's no proof, but they're saying if standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger. And look at this. There are some people in their comments just going at them. Akaza says, yeah, sure, you're going to get fired. If your parents didn't bother with your education, I'll do it for them. Never enjoy on someone's death. And if you have something disgusting to say, keep it in your head. Now, because of your stupid tweet, you'll hurt all the other person who worked on that game. So, yeah, she doesn't realize that that game is literally marked. People are going to be boycotting it. People are going to be canceling their pre-orders for it. Is it still probably going to sell a lot? Absolutely, sure. But now the game's rep is tanked. Already, Erika Ishii, the head voice actress for the main character, was already outed and exposed as a weird, wokey, progressive activist. Now, this person literally made fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination. This game is already tainted. I'm not going to be supporting a Sucker Punch game ever again. I will not be buying Ghost of Yotei. You can even see that James guy says, bro, In what way did you ever stand up to fascism? You sat at the same company for 10 years and posted milquetoast memes and jokes to this worst version of X until yesterday, where you made a disgusting comment on someone's death. You should be ashamed. And that's a rightful call out. A rightful call out. They think Blue Sky has no consequences. Again, consequence culture is going to be catching up to cancel culture. They think that Blue Sky is going to be their protective echo chamber. Blue Sky is actually terminating and suspending accounts that are going past terms of service now. So if you see people cheering Charlie Kirk being murdered, report it. Get on there, report these accounts. I'm not a fan of mass flagging and mass reporting, but consequence culture has to teach cancel culture a lesson here. And Drew Harrison found out the hard way. Hands the hell down. So here's the big question, guys. Where do we draw the line? Should studios hold employees accountable when they cross into celebrating death, or is it just free speech no matter how unprofessional it looks? Because if this is the direction that gaming culture is going to keep heading, we're all in for a toxic future. What do you think? Will you still support Ghost of Yotei after this? Will you still trust Sony Studios when this is the behavior of their senior staff? A little senior staff developer here. Sound off in the comments below. I really want to know what you guys think. I want to hear your take. Make sure to like or dislike this video. Share it so more people can see it and find out what's happening. Subscribe so you don't miss the next update. But most importantly, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.